Alrighty. Alright. How's it going, everybody? My name is Richie, and if you're here, you probably know by now, you know the spiel that love these Gemmy dancing hamster things have for many, many years. And I woke up today feeling a little bit sick, with not much to do, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something really random and make a YouTube video for this channel that I haven't touched in 2 months. And what I'm doing is a dancing hamster tier list. I have 144 images here, and also I apologize for the audio issues. If you can only hear the audio through one side of your headphone, I apologize. I'm gonna fix that in the future. But anyways, I have 144 dancing hamsters here. There will be some that are omitted, I'm sure, because it was hard to remember all of them and then type them in and look them up. 144 options with, I believe, yeah, 7 tiers here. And the criteria is best of the best. There shouldn't be more than 5 or 6, maybe 7, 8 in the very best. These are like the best of all time, my very favorites. All timers, just a step below that, so on and so forth. And then the nostalgic, that kind of is more of the, like, the merit from the hamster comes from no merit at all, really, just like the memory of getting it or sort of how it makes you feel. Meh, self-explanatory, not really the biggest fan. And then not a fan of just ones that I just don't like, which is very rare. So I think that is kind of everything. The criteria for the actual tiers is going to be a mixture of things. How do they look? What's the audio like? How rare is it? Sort of my association on the level of nostalgia, since that is kind of a relevant factor for all of these, because I got most of these when I was a kid, or a little kid, I guess. I'm not a kid, I'm 22. But anyways, yeah, I think we should just go for it. There's 144, and I think that this might take a while. It is also the MLB trade deadline in an hour, so I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, because I know there's going to be some deals going down, if that's something you care about. Anyway, okay, we're going to start. Chick, 2003 hamster, one of the weird side-to-side mechanisms, I'm going to say is a good tier hamster. Love the weird side-to-side ones. There's a few of them that we'll talk about today, but not really too noteworthy. To be honest with you, honestly, I'm gonna drop it down to nostalgic, because it just does the chicken dance. There's a lot of toys that do the chicken dance, whatever. Daryl Walthrop is, I would say, one that I've always viewed as meh, and we're starting off not the most positive for this video. He just doesn't really do much. I'm not a big fan of the racing or the car hamsters much, as I'll discuss here in a second. Here we go. Tex, all-time hamster, because Tex is just sort of a deviation of Cowboy, which is made by Funtime, or I guess the Funtime distributor, and he has all black. I have 2 of these. Absolutely amazing hamster. Probably not the very best. It's just a step below, I would say, in all-timer. Mitsu is, a little bit culturally insensitive, but we're not here to talk about that. I would say a good, almost great hamster. Obviously, you have the traditional Japanese garb, as well as the hilarious "I Think I'm Turning Japanese" song, which is, of course, one could argue the cultural, the significance of something like that and how that impacts culture. But again, we're not here to discuss that. Mitsu is a very solid hamster. I'm going to skip Mona and just do Nanako. Same tier, same thoughts. I think she's a little more decorated, a little more interesting to look at. So I'm going to put the 2 Japanese hamsters in the same tier there. Mona is also a good hamster. I have like 5 or 6 of these. I don't know why. She isn't the most interesting in terms of the design. It's just the green dress, and she has the standard like side-to-side movement with the arms. But it's a very cool song. Respect, obviously, very historically, culturally significant song, and for a kid's item, I do appreciate that always. Werewolf. Okay, werewolf, I would say, is not really a hamster, so I can't really be good. Werewolf, I got it from Halloween in, like, I think 2008 it would have been, and he's just alright. I think there's a few deviations of the werewolf, too, that I would just say they're all kind of just nostalgic for me, nothing more. All the racing hamsters, meh, not a big fan of these. I wouldn't say not a fan at all, but the racing hamsters, they're smaller, they were sold kind of later in the shelf life of the Dancing Hamster series, so I'm not super, like, keen on feeling any sort of way about them necessarily. I think this was the Jamie McSomething. I forget his name. No disrespect, Jamie. But they kind of all rank for me the same. I like the yellow one a little more. There's a bunch of different colors, but anywho. Vampire is, I would say, nostalgic, because there's better vampires, is what I'll say, in the Dancing Hamster line. So I think it would be kind of repetitive for me to just, I would be selling myself short on my vampire ranking if I put it any higher, because there are some damn good vampires in the Dancing Hamster series. Training Rocky, all-timer. All-time hamster. This is my favorite of the boxing series. He looks like Rocky. I know you can't really see, but they got the hair down to a T. The towel, the little taped up hands. I mean, this is one of the best hamsters of all time. Probably not the best of the best, but just a tier below that. Training Rocky is absolutely sick. Cleves and Claude, great. I love the dueling banjo hamsters. There's 3 iterations of these things. 4 if you count the fuzzy ones that don't have the teeth, which are really rare, and debatably don't exist. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, Cleves and Claude, super nostalgic. The rubber, they're great. They're awesome. Whitey, great hamster. You could argue all-timer, but for me, I think what was so fun about it was having my mom explain to me like what he was saying. I didn't understand like the whole thing. Played that funky music, White Boy, but it is so funny and such a it's a really fun way that they toe the line between what's acceptable and what's not acceptable for children's toys. But Whitey is a good one, and I really like the recording audio that it uses for that song. Gigolo Joe, first one in the best of the best. I mean, speaking of towing the line, the rubber hamsters really just all they all have such a unique, this is so like corny to describe these things, but it's such a unique aura to them, just because they're simple, but they have, in my opinion, the best song choices and audio choices for the entire line. But Gigolo Joe was a fantastic hamster. Didn't get him until I was a little bit older, actually, too, because he used to be kind of rare. I don't know if that's true anymore, but he was. Best of the best, absolutely. Greg Brady, I'm going to say great. I think between he and Peter, probably my favorites in the Brady Bunch line, which was really cool that they did that, by the way. Hamsters, they were really taking off everywhere. Let's see, Love. Love was good only because of the heart. The heart glows up, if you didn't know. And he sings the I forget the name of the song, but it's a good song. It's also featured in a lot of singing animatronic toys from that era. It's good. I wouldn't put it much more than that. I don't really the seasonal hamsters I have a hard time really caring that much about, because they're like, I guess technically part of the main line, but I don't really mind, or I don't really care as much about them. But it's a good hamster. All right, we have Clubber Lang. Clubber Lang was, I would say, good. Besides Training Rocky, who I have in an all-time tier, I'm not the biggest fan of the boxing hamsters. They're a bit repetitive. The brown fur doesn't look as good. I'm going to talk about that with Apollo Creed, with like all the facial hair and stuff, as well as like the red. I'm just not a big fan, but still good. Still a good hamster, considering just the cultural, sort of pop culture influence that the Rocky franchise sort of had on the dancing hamsters. Celebration. This is a good one. There's going to be a lot of goods. There's no bad, by the way. Not a fan does not mean bad. Celebration, kind of rare. It was not sold in the United States, I don't think. I think it was just UK exclusive, so it was harder to get. I didn't get mine until I think I was like 14, 15, which for me that's pretty late. Yeah, good hamster. Good hamster. Okay. Willie, I'm going to say not a fan. Not a fan. He's very cute. I love the glasses, the bandana. It is cute, but super, super common. Not a big fan of the song. I mean, Born to Be Wild is cool. It's very Republican coded as well. Not that that's something that I really care about when I was a kid, but I'm not really a fan of Willie there. And 2 in a row, Buddy Birthday. Sorry, Beatles fans. Was not a fan of this one either. It's probably the most common non-kung fu hamster, at least in my experience. Like, I've been finding these for years, even as of a few years ago at like the flea market, Goodwill. Very common. Uses the very standard the Beatles' birthday song, which has been used so many times for singing animatronic toys from that era. So it just doesn't really do much. The hair is kind of weird. Yeah, not a big fan. Birthday Boy Part 2. Birthday Boy is a good hamster. Really cute. Uses the very iconic happy birthday hamster audio that's used for a few of the hamsters. The cake looks so delicious. I wish I could eat that cake for my wedding. Hopefully I'll have I'll hire someone with like the cake maker that's really good at making cake, and I'll have the exact same one that he's holding. Delicious looking cake, and that alone puts him in good. Hamzilla, best of the best. Absolutely best of the best. I'm going to start ranking these toward the end too. I would say Hamzilla is above Gigolo Joe. I mean, in terms of just what he's wearing, he has a bus and a telephone booth in his hand, and it's one of those hamsters where they literally made a new song. Pretty much, they changed the Godzilla song and they made it into Hamzilla, and how cool is that? Plus the eyes light up. Really, really cute, man. Just one of the most iconic dancing hamsters ever made, and it is, in my opinion, best of the best. Guy, I'm gonna say meh, meh. I think meh. Guy has some things going for him, like the glow up hat and stuff, and kind of funny audio, just a funny demeanor overall. But I'm not like super into him. Sam, I'm gonna say Sam is an all-time hamster. Kind of creepy. I think I've heard people say it's kind of creepy because the movement's a bit uncanny, similar with Cleo. But it's such a funny hamster. The fact that it's tequila. I really I'm a big guitar person, music person in general, obviously. The intro riff, or I guess yeah, the intro riff that they have, like the dun 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 dun. That's the tone on that is so slick. I would listen to that. I would listen to that musical intro like as a kid and be like, "Yo, this is really good." Sam is an all timer. This is Pamela, right? I always get her and the other rare one. Yeah, this is Pamela. Pamela's great. Not gonna ever get one because it's super rare. It's one of those 2004 hamsters, but damn, she is cool. She has the floaty. She looks like she's having a good time, and that's all that matters, right? Wild Critter Cody, the original, best of the best. I have a thing again for these rubber hamsters. Super nostalgic for me. I got it, I think, for my 5th birthday, so that would have been in 2008. I've had this thing for a very, very, very long time, and he is just adorable. Long Tall Texan is a song that is such a funny song, such a good song. Yeah, one of the best of the best. All right, wait, what's this guy's name? He's an all-timer. Oh my god, Spooky, is that his name? Oh my god, I'm actually really upset that I don't remember the name. But because I think I have like 120 of 144 of these memorized or something like that. This guy, the guy with the Ghostbuster, that guy, he is an all-timer. One of the more ambitious hamster mechanisms ever made. He goes side to side, and then he stops and he goes back and forth. Really cool. I don't think any other Jamie item even has that mechanism, or I guess the endoskeleton. Really groovy tone on the saxophone as well. Like one of the more musically impressive hamsters that was made. We have some duplicates here too. I think. Can I delete that? It doesn't matter. Dapper Dan, all-timer for sure. I don't like him quite as much as the two above or one of the other rubber hamsters, which I will tell you about in a second. But he's still quite nice. He is still a very good hamster. I remember getting him. Putting on the Ritz is such a legendary song. I'm glad that it made its way into Hamster. I already have the Dapper Dan. Lowrider Shiler. Man, this was, I think, my first YouTube video I uploaded, or my mom uploaded back in 2008. And so I have so much love and nostalgia for Lowrider Shiler. Really, really cool. The medallion is nice. Lowrider is also a really cool song choice for a kid's toy as well. Two of these ones as well. Birthday Girl. I'm gonna say, yeah, nostalgic. She is really nostalgic for me because I remember where I was and when I got her. I was like going to Santa Cruz and it was early morning and I was gifted this. It really is nostalgic, but in terms of what it does, it's just kind of it's clunky. The motor is often very loud. The cake lights up, which is a very cool feature, but doesn't really do much for me. I wouldn't say it's meh or not a fan though. Buffy is in the same tier, I think. I was never a big fan. Similar motor issues. The motor was always really loud or it just wouldn't work. At least for me, I think I had 3 of these and 2 of them had the same problem, so not the best hit rate on that. But really cool that there's like a cheerleader hamster. I definitely think that there needed to be like something like that in the hamster line. So there's that as well. This one I don't remember the name. It's Valentine. It's just a generic Valentine hamster. Doesn't really do much. Again, none of the Valentine hamsters are that special or important to me, with a few exceptions. Disco Dawn. I'm gonna say in the same tier, just nostalgic. I don't think that another very common hamster. Didn't really do much for me. I've been saying that so many times. I need to stop. I need to use new vocabulary because for the 2 of you that are actually still watching, I need to make this exciting or more exciting. Can I change my face? Is that an option? Can I do that? Wait, hold on, guys. Oh, I can put myself in the center. Let's go. I don't think you guys want to see my face though. Okay, there we go. Next. Graduation. This is a good hamster. This is good. It's not as good as Grad, but Graduation was the original 2002 version with a little paper tag. It's not quite as nice, but he has a little thing on his, I forget, I should know, I just graduated college. He has a little thing on his hat, which is cool. Has the diploma, of course. Classic hamster. It is a good hamster. Oh my god, the Grandmaster Blaster is a great hamster. Oh my gosh. Very common as well, but I don't hold it against him because his accessories are really cool. He has the disc and the album in his hands. It's a really cool, very niche song to choose that Gemmy chose to put out there. I actually listened to it recently for the first time, and I was like, oh, that's a very unique choice. And so I think just out of it being a very sort of ambitious, unique design, I would put it in great. I would put it in great. I believe, is this Will? No, this is not Willie. Oh my god, the fact that I don't know these names is making me really upset. San Francisco is just nostalgic. I had 3 of these growing up, and I'm an SF guy. I'm from the Bay Area, but I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe the song. I think the song was made for this hamster was made for Gen Xers and not Gen Z and millennials like some of the other ones. It is just, it's not something that I look at, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Not really, but I would say there is a degree of nostalgia. I wouldn't say it's quite as bad as the meh category. Okay, this one's so funny because I'm Mexican. Hombre, I would say is a great hamster. Hombre is funny. Another one of the, maybe you could argue, culturally insensitive hamsters. But there's merit to it because he is so cute. I mean, the maracas that actually have little things in them. La Cucaracha is such a great song. And, I'm glad I'll take the representation where it counts, where it matters, which is, for me, the media I consume. And the media I consume are dancing hamsters. So, great hamster. I almost want to put him in all-timer, but I think that tier is reserved for maybe ones that are better. All right, Jock, the 2002 version, I would say is good. Not great. Just the fact that it's hockey puts him in good. Design-wise, it's kind of weak, but it's hockey, so I'm going to put him there. Jan Brady. I'm going to say nostalgic. I think she was my least favorite of the Brady bunch, just because she just looks the least interesting, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be mean, but I'll just say that. Macy was good. Macy's good. She, obviously, I love that her name is Macy, and she's like a shopping hamster. Really cute design choice there. She has a bunch of bags. I remember when I go to the mall, I'd think about Macy because she's like me. I'm going to the mall. I'm buying clothes. Macy's good. I think this is Marsha Brady. Yeah, Marsha. She is a tier above Jan, in my opinion, because the Band-Aid on the nose is just hilarious. I've always found that really funny, and the fact that they have the football sewn onto her dress is just a super cute design choice as well. I've never seen the Brady Bunch, but I asked my dad, I think, when I was a kid, like, why does this look like this? He's like, oh, well, in the episode, blah, 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 she got hit by a ball in the face, and that's why she's Band-Aid. So now I know. Or I guess now I knew then. Or then I knew. Yeah, English, not my forte. Next up is Red. I'm going to say not a fan, actually, for Red. I love the guitar. It's the classic Gemmy, Frog, Hamster, Piggy, etc., singing animal guitar, and that's iconic. It just doesn't do much. One of those that again is made for Gen Xers and not for me, the Gen Zer or millennials. Which again, most of these were made for millennials. Not great. Not a big fan. Sorry, Red. You are cute though. A name. Oh my gosh, I'm mad. This one is nostalgic for sure. I would say good. He's the Elvis one, old time rock and roll. I'm upset that I'm forgetting the name, but he's a good hamster. Rocks is the best of the best. Rocks, man. Oh my god, this one does it for me. Game of Love. That's Santana and Michelle Branch. One of the best songs. One of my favorite songs ever released. Her like belly button, like near her stomach, it like lights up. There's like a heart. Just the song choice is, it's not the most popular song ever, and it is just so nice. Her tone, like the recording that they use, is one of my favorite Gemmy recordings of all time. I think she has a really cool box. I can go on and on. I love Rocks. She is best of the best, at least in my opinion, for me. Okay, this Valentine's Day hamster. I forget her name, but she sings I Know What Boys Want. I really like this one. I'm gonna actually put this in great because if you see her in person, she has like this really slick jacket with the rose, and then a really cool song choice. I don't know her name. It makes me upset, but she is great. She is an amazing hamster for being a seasonal one. Spaz. All right, here we go. Best of the best. If I were to rank these, I think I would go. I would say right now it's this. I think this is what I would say. Spaz is so funny. The song "She Blinded Me with Science" is so random and quirky. He has the little goo in his hand, and it lights up. And he has the beaker in the other hand with the gloves that kind of don't detach. It is such an S tier hamster, best of the best, one of the best Jimmy's ever made. Absolutely bar none. Oh my god, I'm looking at how many I have left. I think this is gonna take another 30 minutes because I'll have like a closing remark thing too, and then I have to rank them. Okay, Carly. Well, this isn't Carly. Oh my god. Jeez, I'm washed. Her. She's good. She's a good hamster. No, she's great. She's great. She has a similar movement, or she kind of reminds me of the Ghostbuster one because she kind of has a side to side, and then she. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna try to. Just look her up. Look up. Girls just want to have fun dancing hamster, and you'll see what I'm talking about. She has the little MP3 player, super indicative of the times of that early 2000s time. Totally captures the millennial look. I mean, what can I say? This is a great hamster. Devil with Heart. Devil with Heart is good. That's all I have to say. Kind of creepy. One of the seasonal ones. Yeah, just good. Red Baron. I think this is an old timer. Red Baron, I think, which was, I believe, a UK exclusive as well, so not sold in the US, a little bit trickier to find if you are in the domestic market, was super super cool. Does the same thing as the Captain Carl. He's flying his wings, he's flapping his wings around. Super cool hamster. All right, let's see, another repeat. Can I like remove these? Is there a way to like? No. Okay. Big Man on Campus. Good hamster. Good hamster. The audio is kind of weird. Like it's a bit lower pitched than most hamsters, and he was somewhat common, at least in my experience. So not the hugest fan, but it's still a good hamster, I would say. Party Animal is nostalgic, very common. I love the song, and I love Pink as well a lot. One of my favorite pop artists of that era. But she doesn't really have too much going for her, and I think that the memory I have of it outweighs any of the merit that the hamster has compared to some of these ones above. So just nostalgic for me. Beach Bum. I'm gonna say good. Good Vibrations is such a great song, so I can't really put him much lower. He comes in the wetsuit, like that is just a really cool design choice. Actually, I don't know what I was thinking. Is he great? No, he's good. He's just good. Surfboard is cool too. The goggles, great hamster. He's great. Never mind. I'm like doing mathematics in my head as I do this. This is a picture of the checklist, which I saved while I was looking at photos. Okay, Officer Ron is a good hamster. No, he's great. He's so much detailed. You know, I'm not saying I'm the biggest police officer person necessarily, but this guy, he's super cool. I mean, he has the badge, the baton, super well decorated, more so than Sarge, who we'll get to in a little bit, who I'd probably put about a tier or two below. Larry Love is good. That's all. I think he would be at the bottom tier of good because he's a little bit boring, but considering that like he you know, the whole hamsterette thing, he has lore, and there's not a lot of hamsters that have lore in the DH cinematic universe, and he has lore. So you know what, that counts for something, I believe. And the hamsterette, I'm gonna put them next to each other. The hamsterette is far better, so it should probably be like middle good tier, and he'd be at the bottom. I don't know if I'm gonna rank these all. I'm definitely gonna rank the ones at the top, so we can say that she's kind of toward the top of the good tier, as well as she has this cool box in this photo. I've never seen that. It just says wedding hamster, I think, which is really cool. All right, here we go. We have I see some right here that are going to be legendary. Best of the best. Dr. Dunk is my favorite dancing hamster by a wide margin. He is. I love basketball. Obviously, I've always loved basketball. My dad loved basketball. This is like my most coveted hamster at a young age. One of the coolest mechanisms with the arm bouncing up and down. Has the basketball. Looks like a baller. Looks like a hooper. Great song. I love the placement of whoever sang the song. Like they have it in this very like nasally sort of sounding part of their voice, and when they pitch it up for the hamster, it just sounds so perfect. Dr. Dunk is the best of the best. I don't think I like any hamster more, so we're gonna keep him right there. Barber Ben. Okay, I want to say he would be at the top of all timers. I don't think he quite eclipses that tier. Barber Ben, man. I mean, it's one of those inappropriate hamsters or whatever, right? Because like it's inappropriate. Sorry, I checked my phone, so I just threw myself off a little bit. It's inappropriate. I saw articles about it. It's cute. It's funny. The whole thing is I don't even, you know what? Look up Barbara Ben Gemmy Dancing Hamster and you'll understand what I'm saying. All timer, I will say. Cupid is good. I don't have much to say about Cupid. Just good hamster overall. This is not is. I always get confused because there's Jock and then there's another one that sings Good Old Hockey Game. I think this is the Good Old Hockey Game version, which is a good hamster. Good hamster. Not great, but good for sure. Leprechaun, all timer. Absolutely, definitely an all timer. He super random sings "Come On Eileen," which is a great choice. Which I've been singing that a lot. I mean, all these songs are great choices for the most part. Spins the Cane. I put him definitely top of the all-time tier for sure. I don't know if I guess he's more unique than Tex. So I'd put him here. I think let me move this around a little bit. Wait, no. Yes, Sam would be at the bottom of this. Yeah, okay. We're gonna leave that there for now. Sugar Ray Clay. Meh. I was never really a big fan of this thing. I wouldn't put it in the bottom tier necessarily, but very common. Just doesn't look that cool at all. Like, he just has the blue shirt and the black gloves. That's just not very interesting. So I'm just gonna put him in meh. Slick, all-timer, absolutely. Slick is an all-timer. It's annoying because the guitar always got stuck in his beard, which was like a severely fatal design flaw. But I didn't care when you could get it up and working, and he sounds great. He makes you feel like you are him, you know. He makes you feel super slick, no pun intended. So I'm gonna put him actually like here. Honestly, I would say, yeah, this is a good top 10 right now that we have going. Toga is great. So Toga was such a fun hamster to find when I was a kid because I was like, I don't really understand like what this even is. What is it trying to accomplish? And then now I'm older. I'm like, oh, he's like a frat guy, and that's cool. The frat guy hamster, and he sings "Shout." How amazing! That is a great hamster. The turkey is good. I would put him at the top of good, actually, like the very top. Kind of rare. Was he in like Australian or like UK exclusive? I don't know. Kind of harder to find compared to some of the other like traditional, some of the more traditional series hamsters. I think he came out in 2004. Could be wrong though as well. But turkey is great. Funkmeister, good, just good. Smooth, who's somewhere over here, is better, so we'll just keep him there. The reindeer who sings Jingle Bells is good. Rudy, yes, Rudy. Okay, how did I forget that? Rudy is good, just good. Okay, the standard Kung Fu, I feel like I'm obligated to put him in at least good. Obviously doesn't do much. It's the original dancing hamster, the original furry dancing hamster, and so I have to put him in good, though I wouldn't put him much higher. I think this is like the standard. This is where I would put the nunchuck or mace version, and that includes the black one too, or the black robe with the red as well. Let's see, is that Cowboy or is that Wild Critter Cody Jr.? I think they're around the same tier. I'm gonna put him in great. The Wild Critter Cody line, these two are amazing. Not as good as the original, obviously, but really cute as well. And I also have a lot of nostalgia for when I got my Wild Critter Cody Jr., at least my first one. Grim is great. Is that an all-timer? Ooh. He doesn't do a lot, but he just says like word. He doesn't even sing. I feel like that's gotta be an all-timer, right? Like probably on the bottom end, better than Sam, but all-timer, definitely. Leroy Brown, man, right to the top of all-timers. Just great hamster. He might be best of the best. Honestly, some of these ones in all-timer might be the best of the best, but I don't know for sure. So I'm leaving him there. And now that I'm thinking about it, there's another best of the best that's in here somewhere. Let me see. Do I even have this hamster in there? Oh, wait, I'm looking. Shoot, I don't see it. I know I might have left my like favorite hamster off. Oh no. It's okay. Wait, no, I didn't. Never mind. Okay. Anyways, we might have to move things around. This is the logo I used for the tier list. We're not gonna look at that. Fat Daddy Mac is great. I think he's my least favorite of the rubber hamsters, but still really great hamster. Again, was the first hip hop hamster, so I gotta give it its respects. Monster. This is one of the monster ones. This is good. This one's good. I want to say like mid tier good around there. Rocky. Good. Between nostalgic and good. I'm not the biggest fan of the boxing ones, but it's solid. Rocky is solid. Giuseppe is great. Oh my god. Let's put him like kind of around here maybe. Like, yeah, around there. Giuseppe's so cool. I have like 4 of them. He does the as you can tell I'm a singer. Well, I guess I am, but I'm usually better than that. Giuseppe's great. Love Giuseppe. Is this Danny? No, this is not Danny. One of the standard Valentine's hamster, nostalgic, doesn't really do too much for me. Already did Pink. Princess is, I think this is Princess. The other one's Queenie. Princess, definitely great. Definitely a great hamster. Dancing Queen, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Such a legendary song, club song, bar song, hamster song. Cannot go wrong with that one. This is Carly. Carly, I'm gonna say great. Carly's great. Great hamster. I Will Survive. Great song. She fits the physical, the design choice. It really does fit the song. Very simple but good. Or great. Great hamster. Great hamster. My voice is getting tired. I apologize. I'm sick. Okay, Kung Fu Shield. Kung Fu Shield is fire. Kung Fu Shield is a great hamster. The shield just looks so cool. I don't know what to say. That's really all. The shield makes it a tier above the original. So yeah, maybe even 2 tiers if I was being honest. But I will not be honest. I will be only honest up to the point of where I have to be honest about this one. Swinger. Swinger is a great hamster too. I put him in mid-tier. Great. Really well thought out design. Super cool. It's not unusual. It's honestly something that I would not pick for a hamster, but they did, and that's cool. So I respect the choice there. Sleepy Simon. Here we go. Here we go. Sleepy Simon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I would put it number 2. Sleepy Simon, and that wasn't the one I was talking about. Actually, I just forgot about Sleepy Simon, which I don't know how. Sleepy Simon's great. Legendary hamster. Super cute. The rendition that they used for the audio recording was quite nice. I love that song overall, and I'm really glad that they made it a hamster. And it's one of the first ones ever. Doc, good hamster, good hamster. Let's see what else. Buck and Chuck. Did I already rank these? No, I ranked Cleese and Claude. Just good. Well, I'd put them like top tier good for sure. I was a pretty big fan of these. I now see that they look a little creepy with the teeth, but I think they're good. I think they're good. Luigi, great hamster. The spinning pizza or not, roughly does the same thing for me. Yeah, Luigi's an amazing hamster for sure. This one, I don't even know what that sings, but it's meh. Sorry, boxing fans. Okay, Champ. This goes an all-timer. What a hamster, man. We are the champions for real. I got this Christmas Day 2008 from my grandfather who had just passed away. So it was a late Christmas gift from him, and that's why it's such an all-timer. Definitely toward the top of all-timer. Really amazing. Fun Time distributed it as well, so it was rare. Blue, I love Blue. It's super simple, probably toward the bottom of great. But I love him. He was one of the hamsters I always had in my college room during university, and people loved him. Blue Suede Shoes is also a great song. I'm gonna bump him up a little bit, just like here. Okay, football. Football is nostalgic. Yeah, I should like it more. I don't know why I don't. I do have one. Never worked, even with the switch trick. Just did not function. So I've never seen one working in person. But really, I'll put him at the top of nostalgic. I think that would be. Low tier good. I changed my mind. Low tier good for sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's a boy. I think this is a great hamster, and so is. Let me see. Where is she at? It's a girl. There she is. It's a girl. Great hamsters. The reason why I like It's a Boy so much, well, obviously I'm a boy, but second of all, this hamster, fun fact, came out in November 2003. That's when it was distributed according to the checklist, and I was born in November 2003. And so I have like a personal connection with this hamster. It's like they knew or something. Okay, Maverick. This is Maverick. Good hamster. Mid-tier good. Probably should like it more, but I don't. I don't know why. It's just good. I think I have a lot of them. I think maybe that's why it's kind of common, at least for me in my experience. But solid hamster. Solid. I would just say good. Celebration. Another good one. Not much to say there. Also very common. Grad. Oh, legendary hamster. Well, great. I don't think it does that much for me. I took some grad photos with this one because I graduated, and really cool hamster. Very, very cool. Cleo is great. Oh, nope, great. Another great one, similar to Sam, although where's Sam? Yeah, similar to Sam, but for me a little bit less great. Okay, let's see. All right, we did Maverick. We did sorry, there's so many duplicates. I apologize. Okay, 40th birthday is meh. I wasn't a fan of the old guy Hamsters. Not to say that I dislike. I wouldn't say not a fan, but like not a fan, meh, sort of a deal. Dutchie all-timer. Oh my god, this thing is so funny. Again, test that line between acceptable and not acceptable. Pass the Dutchie. You know what that means. I'm not saying you shouldn't pass the Dutchie, but I think for kids, maybe a little steep. Super cool. I love the recording. One of my favorite Hamster recordings. I would put them like here. Let's say Jailhouse Rick was good, solidly good. One of the most quintessential dancing hamsters. Very iconic. Good hamster. Toga. Peter Brady was. I'll say great. I'll say right next to Greg. Really good hamster. Not really much more to be said than that. I love Peter. I loved Peter Brady. Okay, this is the hockey game. What's his name? It starts with an M, maybe. I don't know. But I put this one a tier above Jock. Okay, Lil Hamster is definitely an all-timer. Will I ever own it? No. Is it actually produced? I don't know. I think this is a prototype, but it's really cool hamster, and it's an all-timer. And if you know anybody that has one, please let me know because I would love to add it to my collection because I don't have it. Buck and Chuck the Rubber. I'll put them right above Please and Claude because they're slightly better. I like the colors a little bit more. The box also is a little better. I think these came first too, but I'm not 100% sure. Definitely I need to fix this because this ranking is not how I actually feel. But anyways, Buck and Chuck, the classic, great hamster. Okay, Mr. Roboto. This is Love Machine, which Love Machine would be probably good. I'm gonna say great though. I'm gonna count them both as one. Mr. Roboto and Love Machine. I don't know if that's his actual name, Mr. Roboto. That doesn't sound right. Oh, Hal. His name is Hal, right? I think. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. I think it's Hal. Hal is great. I love Hal. I'll put him a little bit above because that song Mr. Roboto is so iconic. Smooth. Another great one. Another really great hamster. I love this song. Again, the tone on the instrumentation for some of these hamsters, including Smooth, is so nice to listen to, and that's coming from a big music fan. Love the instrumentation, the tonality of some of these things. So we did, was it Chris Kringle? Is that his name? The Santa one. This one was good. A really cute audio, but it's used a lot for the hamsters. Teddy Ball Game, another good one. Nothing crazy special. I have a few of the MLB ones. I have a Mets hamster. I have 3 Phillies hamsters. And I have a Yankees hamster. And if anybody knows any place to get a Giants hamster, let me know, because I would love one of these. This is Danny. Danny is great. I love Danny. Classic. Or is it? No, it's not Greaser. That's Danny. Danny was I remember getting this in stores in '08. I think it would have been. Man, this one's great. And I think he sings is this the one who sings "You Really Got Me"? I could be wrong. I love the look though, so that's good enough for that. Okay, I already ranked her. CEO is an all-timer. I love CEO. It's a political statement in a hamster. Don't really see that too often, right? You don't really see that. And so I think you got to put him here. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, the newspaper just always came off. I had 2 or 3 of them, and the newspaper finally always came off. And then I finally got one when I was a bit older, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna seal this in a plastic bag, a little Ziploc bag, so I never lose the newspaper. And so I never did. Louis, I would say for me, this is at the top of great. Actually, when I was telling the story about my grandpa with Champ, I got these two together. I don't like Louis quite as much, but Louis is another great one. Super well thought out. Again, probably one of those hamsters made for Gen Xers or baby boomers, not for millennials, and that is okay. We love the variety. I will say that is the one thing that the hamsters do. There is so much variety. Okay, Boots. Not a fan. I never liked this one. The audio was always weird. The movements were stiff. Not a fan of Billy Ray Cyrus, the hamster. Sorry, dude. Okay, Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle's good. Good hamster. Good hamster. I like the other one more. I don't know if I have it on here, but that's okay. Okay. The Devil Man. I don't know the name. Good hamster. I remember getting him for Halloween. Really cool. Witch. Also good. I like this one a lot more than the other 2 witches, which I don't have here, but this one's the one that sings "You Got to Change Your Evil Ways," that one. So I like her the most. I would say that's good. Lower tier good, but good overall. Monster. This one's great. I like this one a lot more than the other. Then where is he at? I don't even know. Than this one, yeah. I like this one more because he spins the chain. The audio is kind of rustic, so it makes you feel kind of creeped out. I don't know. Really cool. Great hamster. Okay, 50th birthday. Similar. I'm gonna say is meh. Very common too. Not a huge fan. Okay, this is the one I was talking about. Dreamer. Yep, Dreamer. All the way up to the top. Number 2. Number 2 favorite hamster of all time. Definitely. I think this is without even discussion. So much nostalgia around this thing. Just her little bunny slippers are cute. Her the heart that lights up on her chest. She's carrying a little pillow. The hair color, like I'm glad it's like she's like a redhead. The box is cool. I love Dreamer. Dreamer is amazing. Only to be beaten by Dr. Dunk, I'm pretty sure. Other than that, I already ranked these. Just Sailor Seymour. Okay, Sailor Seymour is great. I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, do I like him that much or do I not? Because when I was a kid, I didn't like him at all for whatever reason. But as I grew up, I was like, it's kind of cool. Like a sailor hamster, and he sings the "Anchors Away, my boy, anchors away." That song, really good song. I like the all-white uniform. It really contrasts with the black fur really well. I'm glad with that they went with that fur color. Big fan of that one. I think he's great. I think he's a great hamster. I skipped a few of these. Oh my god, Fireman. Fireman is top tier of good. I'm actually gonna make some adjustments. I think I'm gonna move. I like Mitsu a little more. Overall, I think. Okay, there we go. That's nicer. Fireman's top of good, I would say. Not much going on there. I'll put both of the Firemen, the Fun Time and the Gemmy version, in the same tier. Bobby Soxer is good. Just good. Not much more to say about that one. I'm realizing I don't think I have the other guy. I don't have, whatever, Greaser. I don't think I put Greaser. Whatever. It's okay. Okay. What other ones? I've ranked all of these. Zeke. Great hamster. Zeke is awesome. Another one that I had in my dorm for college. I really like Zeke a lot. Really unique mechanism. Would break often, but really cool. Oh, okay. Honestly, I think I'm gonna move into all-timer now that I'm talking myself into it. Over the hill. Actually, I really like this one. Top of good. I like this over the hill. He has the prune juice and the dentures. Really gross looking dentures, but I think that's kind of cool that it's gross. If that makes sense. Hokey Pokey. Oh my god, this is an all-timer. Hokey Pokey, super cool mechanism, moves the one right hand, because the song has a propeller hat. I mean, how cool is that for a hamster? I love the shirt, it just says Hokey Pokey on it. One of the taller hamsters, just all-timer. That one is great. I love that one. Okay. Roger Convoy, another all-timer. I think this is like some of these I'm debating moving up. I think, just moving up. I would move any of these down. Roger is great. I remember getting him. It was like after preschool. Didn't understand what he was saying at all, but I liked that he was a truck driver, and little kids love trucks, so that's why I liked him so much, and I still love him to this day. Did Swinger, Doctor. I love Doctor. Was just good. Not much to say for that one. JT was good. Sergeant Scruffy. I have so much lore with this thing that I feel like I have to put him in great. Low tier great, but I would say overall, I mean, he has a gun in his hand, which is nuts. But this also the hamsters were post 9/11 propaganda, so there's that. I'm not even kidding. The four army hamsters were sold like after 9/11, which is crazy. And I'll let you guys decide how you think about that. But great hamster, and I have a lot of war, so why not? Nigel is great. Again, I would say there we go. Move him up a little bit. The yellow guitar, super slick. Bro looks, he's not slick like the hamster slick, but he looks slick, and I love him. And he sings "I Want You to Want Me," which is a great song. Sergey. Oh, I skipped the Canada. Never liked this one. Sorry, I'm also not Canadian. I do love Canada though, but not Canadian, and I didn't really have it when I was a kid. When I got older. Sergey was good hockey hamster. I like him more than these ones actually, so I'm gonna move him up here. Okay, Queenie. Queenie is, I think an all-timer. I think you gotta, all-timer, all things considered. I think I'll move Pamela up a little bit. Larry Love did that one. Swinger. Jimbo, meh. I never liked him too much. Really cute. Nostalgic. I'll say nostalgic. He is cute. I don't know. I have nostalgia, so I'll be nice. Okay, two more. 2 more. It's Captain Carl and Fat Daddy Mac. I'll start with Fat Daddy Mac. Good, not as good as the original. And then Captain Carl is great. And that does it. That is every single hamster, or at least most of them, that I could find on the internet in like 30-45 minutes. And the best of the best, we have Dr. Dunk, Dreamer, Sleepy Simon, Rocks, Spaz, Hamzilla, Gigolo Joe, and Wild Critter Cody. I think I'm okay with that as a top 8. That's 8, right? Yeah, that's 8. The ones that I would consider moving, I think Barber Ben, I think, has to go up. I don't want to put more than 10 in the first tier. I will move up one more. I don't think it's any of these in the bottom. Tex, I'm like actually thinking about this. It would be Tex or Leprechaun, probably. Dapper Dan's a sleeper. I think Tex. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put. No, this is really hard. Oh my god. Tex. Okay, guys, this is really stressful for me. I know there's no stakes at all involved in this, but I just okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna put Tex tier 1, and then in the order, I think I would say. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think this is the order. This is the order. Well, yeah. Okay, this is the order. This is the top 10. And let's do we'll rank the all-timers as well, because why not? I'm sorry to take up your time, but we're gonna do this. I'm like, in my head I'm doing this. Hold on. I'm thinking so hard right now, you have no idea. Yeah, and then I don't have this, so I don't really care that much, but it's still an all-timer. Queenie. See, okay, yeah, there we go. That's good. And then this is what? This would be 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so it's like, okay, in the top 2, there's what, like 28, 27. I like skimped out on counting. Okay, this is the tier list. This is the tier list. I'm gonna save and download this after I upload. Can I do the thing? Okay, there we go. Okay, anyways, thank you guys for sitting with me through that. I wanted to do something funny, something silly today, and I did. So that's that. Dancing Hamster tier list. There you go. Hope you made it to the end. If not, that's okay too. And yeah, all right. I'll upload more, I think. Ideally, I want to make more like silly content like this, so I'm gonna do that. Hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching. Peace out.